From Amateur Radio Newsline Report, number 2371, this is Ham Nation Headlines for Wednesday, April 12th, 2023. Our top story this week takes us to a foreboding, uninhabitable granite islet in the North Atlantic Ocean, where a trio of de-expeditioners are just weeks away from activating that site. They hope to set a world record while turning that desolate location into a symbol of hope.
When they land on Rockhall Island in a few weeks, Emil Bergman, DL8JJ, Nobby Stiles, G0VJG, and expedition lead Cam Cameron hope to be the third de-expedition team to activate the island, and they will use MM0UKI as their call sign. Rockhall is one of the world's most wanted islands on the air and bears the designation EU189. The team isn't just looking to set a record. With donations and sponsorship and the team members' own investments in the trip, they're looking to raise £50,000 for charities. This challenging journey to a remote spot 230 miles west of Scotland and 430 miles south of Iceland follows the expeditions in 2005 and 2011. Knowing that there are fewer than 400 claimed QSLs from previous expeditions, the teams expect the airwaves to be busy. This is Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
Spring has barely sprung, but it's already been a horrific tornado season in the U.S. Of course, hams were on the job.
In the past week, we've had reports of fierce storms that spawned possibly dozens of tornadoes from the south and the Midwest into the Northeast, killing at least 32 people. Deadly storms also hit the central U.S., including Arkansas and Missouri. Joshua Carroll, AA5JC, Assistant Section Emergency Coordinator for Skywarn and Aries for Arkansas, reported that during the March 31st tornado in his state, 112 operators were involved in net activities during the storms that brought devastation especially to the western part of Little Rock. It wasn't just ham radio nets, which included Echolink and All-Star, he told AR Newsline. Our thought was, use what works. His team also collected and sent reports to the National Weather Service that they received through texts, Facebook, Twitter, GMRS, and WinLink. In talking with the forecast office after the event, Joshua was told, "You guys were on fire." They indicated that 3 warnings were issued based on these reports. Lives were probably saved. This is Randy Sly, W4XJ.
An international team of de-expeditioners is making plans to visit a coral atoll in the Pacific that hasn't been activated in 10 years.
One of the next big de-expeditions in the works is well into the planning stages by the Perseverance DX group. It's been 10 years since a major activation has taken place on the uninhabited Clipperton Island, which carries the IOTA designation of November Alpha-011, is a protected environmental reserve that is the only French possession in the North Pacific. Its last major activation was in 2013, the same year that Perseverance DX group was founded. Next year, an international team of experienced operators will be on the island using the call sign Tango X-Ray 5 Sierra. They expect to be on the air from the 18th of January 2024 to the 2nd of February. Previous de-expeditions by the group have included South Orkney Island, Victor Papa 8 Papa Juliet in 2020, Ducie Island, Victor Papa 6 Delta in 2018, and Chesterfield Reef, Tango X-Ray 3 X-Ray in 2015. This is Patrick Clark, K8TAC.
A side note, Patrick Clark, K8TAC, is our 2001 Newsline Young Ham of the Year recipient. His call sign then was KC8BFD. Longtime listeners will recognize Patrick's deep voice as very similar to his father's, Jeff Clark, K8UR, formerly K8JAC. We're proud to have Patrick on the staff and hope to have Jeff back in the anchor chair soon. And speaking of Young Ham of the Year, a reminder, the nominating period for the 2023 Amateur Radio Newsline Bill Pasternak WA6ITF Young Ham of the Year Award is now open. You'll find more information and the nominating form on our website, arnewsline.org, under the Awards tab. We'll present the award in August at the Huntsville Hamfest in Alabama. And that's all from the Amateur Radio Newsline, your independent source for amateur radio news for 4 decades and counting at arnewsline.org. With Jeremy Boot, G4NJH, Randy Sly, W4XJ, Patrick Clark, K8TAC, Karen Eve Murray, KD2GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team across the globe, I'm Don Wellbanks, AE5DW. 7-3. We'll see you next time here on Ham Nation.